time. We're going to go back and forth. And it's a privilege for me because, and somebody just tell me real quick, I'm old, so when I was born in the 70s, like my grandma would have a picture of Dr. Martin Luther King. Anybody, y'all familiar with Dr. Martin Luther King? I just know, what I'm saying? I know, this generation really ain't like, some of y'all ain't into black history like that, but when we was young, my grandma would have a picture of Jesus Christ and Martin Luther King right there, right? And so when we was coming up, Martin, Malcolm, Marcus Garvey, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, like that's what they put in us, right? So real quick, the reason why I like to do this kind of stuff is because you guys got an opportunity of a lifetime. And sometimes, your youth is the best thing you got going for you, but sometimes it could be, it could be the opposite, right? So let me just ask you this question. What state are we in right now? Good, North Carolina, right? So you talented, a lot of y'all talented, but let's just say 150 years ago, 200 years ago, right here on this actual land, if it was a whole bunch of black men in this room like this, you would be what? You feel me? I just want to make sure y'all get it. So I know you sweet. You like, yo, I'm a baller, I'm going to the pro. I get it. But what I'm trying to explain to you is 200 years ago in the same land, on the same spot, it could have been dudes that look just like you, buff as you, tall as you, as talented as you, but they didn't have an opportunity to do what? They couldn't go to the league. They could only go where? To the fields. And they had to work from sun up to sundown. So hear what I'm saying. Opportunity. You have an opportunity of a lifetime. And what I'm trying to get you to understand is when you understand you have an opportunity, you play a little different. For real, like when you realize it. So I'm a high school dropout. So when I got my first opportunity to speak, just like a lot of you, I don't know, tell me the age. When you first picked up that rock and was like, yep, this is me. How old were you when you was like, yep, I can do this? 10 years old, 10, 11 years, that's big. How old were you? 12 years old. How old were you? 13. You talk to me real quick though. Give me that. So what was it though? You picked up the rock. What happened? Like, how did you know? All right, football ain't necessarily that. That may not be like I could do it, but this is what I want to do. What did that feel like? Good. And so what was you doing? Was you dribbling, shooting? Good, shooting, right? And when you were shooting, you was like, yep, I want to go to the league, right? So there's a league for you. But I told you 200 years ago, if you picked up a rock, there wasn't what? There wasn't a league for you. So you got a league now. So when I dropped out of high school and I started going to this church and let me speak, I picked up the mic. I was 16 years old. I picked up the mic. I'm not going to say it was the best speech I ever did, but when I picked up that mic and got off that stage, I was like, yep, I can do it. And so you looked up to who when you played ball? Like, who were the people you looked up to? Kobe. LeBron. CP. D-Wade. Kobe. I was the same thing with me with Dr. Martin Luther King. When I saw Dr. Martin King up there like in Washington, like all those people, I got a dream. When I saw Malcolm, like boom. And I saw hundreds of black men, boom. Like, let's go. I'm like, ooh, I could do that. Like I could do that. And then when I found out I could make money doing it and I could take care of my family, I was like, showtime. Like you only got one shot, E. So here's what I want to tell you. You have an opportunity, but to keep it 100, how many jobs are in the NBA? For real, because I know you sweet. I'm not taking nothing away from that. But you got to understand that pride come before a fall. You got to understand that pride come before a fall. So I want you to be sweet, but don't be so prideful that you don't look at the facts. It's 400 jobs. It's 400 jobs in the league. But how many, let's just say, for real, I ain't being prejudiced, but how many just black men in the United States of America do you think trying to go to the NBA? You think it's more than 400? How many of y'all think it's about 1,000 dudes? Chicago, Detroit, Gary, Indiana, Houston, New Orleans. How many of y'all think there's more than 1,000 cats across the country, LA, Oklahoma, who trying to go to the league? Let me see your hands. Jersey, I'm sorry, no doubt. Don't forget Jersey. I love it. Don't forget Jersey. Jersey trying to go. How many of y'all think it's 10,000? He said more. How many you think? So you say millions. So I say about 50,000 maybe who can really play. You have 50,000 people who all is trying to fight for 400 jobs. France, Italy, So now you ain't even, you right. You probably, he said millions. You probably right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just thinking about the United States of America. I'm not thinking about the rest of the world. And so you said 400, but are those 400 jobs available every year? So those 400 not even available. So I don't know the numbers because I don't play ball. Somebody give me the numbers of what's available in the league every year. How many real jobs are in the league every year? 45 jobs. And you just told me you got 1 million of them wanting. So I just want to tell you a couple things, right? Because when we were enslaved, there were some people like Frederick Douglass. He had that dog. Go study him. He was like, y'all ain't gonna lock me down. I'm good. I'm gonna get my own freedom. You're not locking me down. Right? There was people, Booker T. Washington, Frederick Douglass, like go back. Carter G. Woodson, there's dudes back in the day, they wrote. So here's what I want to tell you, that a lot of the people that's going to get those 45, they're going to have that dog. Right? So I want to say this to you. It's a lot of you for real. You just feel like flat out. It's just automatic. That's how you feeling. First of all, you got to realize there's injury. Anything can happen to you. So let's not even deal with injury. Let's just deal with for real, 45 jobs. And everybody fighting for them. Number one, I'm going to be real with you. Number one, if you're going to get it, you're going to have that dog. You're going to have that dog. You're going to have to be that dude that say, I'm not just going with skill. So here's where a lot of kids that I meet, I don't care what it is. I work in NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. I work with soccer. I'm in Australia working. I'm all over the world. Sports, period. There's a one type of dude who feel like because he's gifted that it's just an automatic road for him. And let me tell y'all something. You are gifted, but you better humble yourself. You listen to what I tell you. How many people in here, you 6'6" or taller? Let me see your hand real quick. 6'6" or taller. All right, let me say this to you. You ain't had nothing to do with that. You had absolutely nothing to do with it. That was the creator. You had nothing to do with that. I'm just being for real. Dude 6'8", he got Hanley like I'm the man. That's like you came out. Your parents, however the DNA happened, you just came out with those skills. You were born with that. Right? You were born with that. You didn't do nothing to earn that. You were born with height. You were born with a structure. You came with a DNA. You was born with that. That's not what gets you in the league. Not what you were born with. You got skill and you got will. You got skill and you got will. Two total different things. You were born with certain things, but to get to the next level, and not just get to the next level, to stay at the next level, you got to have will when you get to that next level. So when you play, you have to compete. Right? Now let's be real. Y'all got to, you don't owe nobody in this room. I want y'all to be honest with me. How many of y'all can honestly say when it comes to the game, practice, that every time you practice, you got that same dog. You're giving 120%. Every time you practice, you don't care what the circumstances, what the situation is, every single time you giving 120%. Don't lie. Let me see your hands. Don't lie. Don't lie. All right, how many of y'all like, I'm going to be real. Probably about 90% of the time, I'm giving 120%. Let me see your hand. 90% of the time. Good, hands down. 80% of the time. Let me see it. All right, so pull out your phones real quick. You got your phones? Pull your phones out. 3 things I'm letting y'all get out. First of all, understand, I'm just saying, make sure you understand this. You have an opportunity of a lifetime. So when people ask me, why are you so passionate? Because, bro, I got an opportunity to be a multimillionaire from talking. Bruh. From talking, and you're going to have opportunity. Bro, we started with speaking. We doing real estate. I own a solar company right here in North Carolina called Harbor Solar. I'm meeting with my guys tomorrow. Bruh, I'm a high school dropout. My daddy wasn't in my life. But I found out I had a gift. Then I found out your gift shall make room for you. And I'm like, ooh. Oh, you mean to tell me if I perfect this, I can eat and my kids can eat and my kids' kids can eat? So number one, opportunity. And every day I want you to wake up and not just go, I'm sweet like that. I want you to go, whoa. So let me tell you what I mean by that. I personally feel Martin Luther King would run circles around me. That's how I feel. I feel like if Martin Luther King was alive today and he preached and he had a robe, he'd have a switch on that boy, or at least the Jumpman boy be on his robe. I guarantee you, if Martin Luther King was speaking, a major brand would sponsor my man. Every time he had a drink, I bet you he Gatorade. Why? But the difference between Martin Luther King and me, my man was 26 years old with a PhD. 26. He was 26, 27, leading multitudes of people. But what's the difference between me and Martin Luther King? I think he's sweeter than me, but he wasn't no multimillionaire. What's the difference between me and Martin Luther King? Talk to me. What's the difference? Say it again. Opportunity. Where was the opportunity? What do you mean by opportunity?
You could make millions right now. You couldn't make money.
You said it. He couldn't do what? Why couldn't he make money in 1960 something? Why couldn't he make millions? What was happening to him? Instead of him making millions, what was happening to him? Segregate dogs. They sicking dogs. He in jail. They taking water on my man. They got police like brutality, beat my man down. I don't have to go through that. I got an opportunity. You got an opportunity. So here's the deal. When you have an opportunity, why would you give 80% when you have an opportunity? Somebody answer that for me. Y'all talk. Why would you give 80%, 70%? Why wouldn't you always give 120%? It's sports. It's basketball. Ain't no segregation. Why wouldn't you give 120%? Talk to me. What would make you not give 120%? You got to answer it.
Injury.
Good. Injury? All right, so how many of y'all don't give 120% because you injured? That's the only time you don't give 120%. Let me see your hand. Okay, good. Give me something real.
Don't mean enough to you.
Good. It don't mean enough to me. I want y'all to answer. Come on, because it's going to mean some of you answer it. Why don't you give 120%? Good. Who said that? Good. What do you mean you take it for granted? Good. You take it for granted. Good. What else?
You think you got it.
You think you got it. Let me ask you this question. I know you sweet for real. I know people talk about you. I know when you walk through the store. Look, I worked at Michigan State for 4 years. I've been in D1 all over, whatever. I know. I used to tease my ballers in D1. It's like they don't even got clothes. When they walk around, they just walk around with like whatever college you go to. It's like that's your gear. You ain't got no clothes. Like you can come to class when you want. You can do whatever you want. I already know you the man. We know that. Like I already get that. When you walk around, you young, people want your autograph. Every time you go somewhere, people whispering, is that you? I get that. But he said something important. You may get it, but right now what?
Don't got it.
For real, you might get it, but right now what? Oh, I can't hear y'all. You may get it, but right now what? You don't have it. And you acting like you what? So when you act like you make it, what happened? Good, give me some more stuff, for real. That like, I'm not giving 120. Talk to me. What else? Say it again. You said it's difficult? I can't hear him.
It might get difficult.
Okay, cool. And what do you mean it might get difficult? I don't play ball, so how can ball get difficult?
Stop making shots.
Good, stop making shots so you lose your confidence. All right, what else? What else is stopping y'all from giving 120? We can't fix. Like, here's the deal. When y'all go play tonight, tomorrow, my goal is for you to go 120. So you're going to have the right people in here helping y'all. But if you giving me 70, 80, 90, you ain't giving me 120. You're not going to get out of this experience what you're supposed to get out. That's my job. From today on, you play whatever your best game is, you play that level every single time. It doesn't mean you're going to score every time, but the effort has it. You can always give 120% effort. You can't dictate if the ball going to always go in. You can't dictate what kind of game you're going to have. You can't dictate how your body is going to respond to moving around. But you can dictate your what? You can dictate your good. You can dictate your... You can always give 120 on your effort. So tell me, again, give me two more. Why don't you always give 120% effort? Say it again. Lazy, what does that mean? Why at your age would you be lazy?
Probably what you've done throughout your day.
Good.
That you don't.
Good. You're not disciplined. You rely again on skill and not on what? On will. You rely on skill, right? And when you get to the league, everybody's what? Everybody's skillful. When you get to the league, everybody got skill. You ain't in high school no more. You ain't in college, right? For real. I tell the football players all the time. I work with Auburn, Clemson, whatever. Like, guys, 9 out of the 10 teams you playing, they whack. You only playing about 3 good teams. But when you go to the pros, everybody you playing is a pro. Good. What else? Why wouldn't you give 120%? Effort.
I got one.
Yep.
Just like they're doing right now, instead of speaking up, everybody wants to be cool.
Yep.
Nobody wants to stand out and be a leader. So instead of somebody just stepping up and standing up and giving the man an actual answer, nobody wants to stand out in front of their friends and look different.
And I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying 45. You got 45 jobs, bro. You competing against 1 million people for 45 jobs. So if you don't want to talk, that's up to you. But I'm telling you, it's 45 jobs. And somebody in this room is going to be disappointed a couple years from now. And you know what's crazy? I do this all over the world, not just with athletes. A lot of the kids I see in school, I see them in prison. And when I go to prison and speak, and they in prison, then they ready to do what? They're like, E, let me get that book, bruh. I thought you told me you wrote a book. Can I get that book? I'm like, bruh, I tried to give you the book when you was on the outside. So it's only 45 jobs. Talk to me.
Hard work's not fly, and it's not sexy.
Good. Hard work and sexy. Good. What else?
Get baby by parents.
Say it again.
Get baby by their parents.
You're getting baby by your parents. Yeah. What else?
Lifestyle.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? Y'all tell me what do you mean by lifestyle?
Partying, chasing girls.
Partying, chasing girls. This right here, for a lot of y'all ain't got no discipline. It's killing you. It's killing you. And you don't even realize it's killing you. It's killing you. This ain't taking you to the league. That female ain't taking you to the league. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Number 2. All right, because if you're not giving 120, I'm not mad at you. My job is not to dog you out. My job is to help those of you who want to be 140. Which one of you guys in the room, you're like, yo, for real, E, I want to be one of the 45. Let me see your hand. I want to be one of the 45. Good, hands down. So now what I'm going to do is help you with your effort. So in your phone, write this down in your phone, the people you love. Give me 3 people you love the most. Give me 3 people you love the most. Put them down. 3 people. And when somebody, now this should be hard for them to respond to. I'm about to give you something easy. I'm going to give you a cakewalk. All right, 3 people, don't say mama, don't say daddy. I don't want common nouns. I want proper nouns. Say my name. 1 person, 2 people, give me the names of the people you put down in there. Give me the names. Yes, sir. Good. What did I say? What did I just say? Okay. No, I'm just saying, period. No common nouns. Give it to me. Give me the names. Good. Say their names. What's their names?
Javon, Michael, and Sean.
Good. What do you love about them?
Everything they put into.
Good. Younger or older? All older. Good. Anybody else? Who you doing this for? Yep. Talk to me.
Randy, Selena, and God.
Good. Who are those people? I mean, I know God, but who's the other people?
Randy is my dad.
Okay.
Selena is my mom.
Good. Who else? Good. Talk to me. I'm about to help somebody right now. Somebody else. Help me out. Give me the names.
Jeanette Moore, Noel Powell, Marquise Bell.
Good.
Lakeisha, Chris, and Keanu.
Good. So some of you like me, I ain't have my daddy. Right? I'm from Chicago, South Side. I ain't had my father in my life. My father, high school dropout. To this day, he's 70 years old, never got it. I don't know who my grandfather is. My mom got pregnant with me at 17 years old. South Side of Chicago. She went to Dunbar High. I didn't have the people in my life that were supposed to be in my life, so I made some stupid decisions, dropped out of high school, homeless, living in abandoned buildings, eating out of trash can. I promise you, if a speaker came, I was like some of y'all, I wasn't saying nothing. But guess what happened? Guess what happened? Yep, one day I got a why. I got married, I had a son, and everything changed for me. That's why I'm asking you, who do you love? So when people ask me, E.T., why you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Why you putting videos up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning on Instagram? Number 1, because I want to be the best that ever done it. Like, I honor my craft. I want Dr. Martin Luther King to look at me and go, that's it, kid. I want Malcolm X to look at me and go, that's it, kid. Just like you got the Hall of Fame in basketball, I want to be the Hall of Fame in speaking. I want all the greats to look at me and go, that's it right there. Number 1, I'm competing against everybody else in the world. I'm not mad at them. I'm not against them. But when you number 1, you don't have to negotiate with your check. When you I remember when I was like number 25 or something, they would be like, okay, you got to fly here, you got to fly. Now I tell people how I fly. I tell people where I stay, where I don't stay. So number 1 in the world, what happened? One day I woke up and was like, I got to do this for my wife. Like, I don't know what happened, but she called me like, yo, E, I'm lost. I'm like, what you mean we lost? We live in Lansing. You can't be lost. She's like, I'm lost. I got a brain fog. Took her to the hospital, found out she had MS. The doctor was like, look, this is the one thing we could tell you. Stress caused MS. I told my girl, you will never work again. I'm talking about, you talk about speaking, go look at me 15 years ago. I was all right. But when my girl got diagnosed with MS, I'm like, it's showtime. You will never work again. My son, I didn't go to college. When you finish high school and go to Michigan State, I'm cashing you out. My daughter, I'm cashing you out. Listen to me very closely. I don't come from no sports background. My old dude wasn't in my life. My grandfather wasn't in my life. My son in college with a 745 LI. I wasn't playing. He worked with Michigan State basketball. He stayed where the athletes stayed. I wasn't playing. I found out I had a gift. I started thinking about what my mom need, what my sisters need, and a lot of y'all, you selfish, flat out. How many of you in this room? Some of y'all, you good. You don't make it to the league, you tight work. That ain't all y'all. How many of y'all, your mama really need you to go to the league? Let me see your hand. Hands down, I'm gonna say it again. How many of y'all need to move your mama out that neighborhood And y'all need to put your mama in another neighborhood, and the league is how you gonna get there. Let me see your hand. So what I'm trying to tell you is, while you playing, it might be some cats in the league who really are going, or who do come from privilege, and you like thinking you them. I promise you, I ain't stupid. I ain't Tony Robbins. I don't come from where he come from. I don't come from where Kiyosaki come from. I don't come from where Zig came from. My mama barely finished Dunbar. I'm from the south side of Chicago. My mom married, then we moved to the west side of Detroit. I ain't had no safety net. I ain't had jack. And some of y'all practice and play like you got a doggone safety net. You acting like if you don't make it to the NBA, you got like some second opportunity that's gonna pay you $100 million. That's how you act. You act like, oh, if this don't work out, I'm cool. I'm just gonna go over here and do this boy right here. I'm gonna make 50 mil off this. How many of y'all in the room right now, your mama got a safety net? Other than you making it to the league, you got another way where you about to make 100 mil. Let me see your hand real quick. For real, because that's what you acting like. Now, if your parents got that, hey, you good. But some of you, your mama ain't got that. So when you hoop from now on, I don't want you to see basketball. I want you to see your mama getting out the hood. So every time you get your handle straight, your mama is that closer to doing what? Every time you get your character straight, you heard what the man said. He said if they got to choose between the two of y'all, they not choosing the snotty-nosed dude who think he everything, who don't speak to people. You know, when they always pick me, I always ask, why y'all pick me and not the other speakers? They say, because you easiest to work with. Because when you come, you don't talk down to nobody. You clean up behind yourself. He just said, I'm a grown man. They say you clean up behind yourself. You don't cause problems, E. So I need you to do me a favor. 2 more things, I'm letting you go. Number 1, this is not about basketball. This is about who? Yourself, and then who? Your family. Who's in the league? Anybody? I know you said a couple people in the league. Let's talk about, real quick, I just want y'all to see this. What's it like? They call that the draft. I'm sorry, I didn't make it to the draft. You made it the draft. What is it like, guys, to get picked up on a team, and then you call your mom or your dad, you let your mom and dad know you're on a team? What does that feel like? So that right there, that's the feel. Like, so I'm coming. So the days you don't feel like working out, it's easy. How do you get motivated? How you get pumped up? You think about mama and that feeling on draft day. And which one is more important? You get some rest or mama coming to the draft? I'm just being real. Which one is more important? So somebody locking you down, you trying to score and they locking you down. Like in your mind, you got to go, uh-oh, this ain't just about me getting locked down. This is about mama not having what? This mama not having what? Food. So at halftime, when coach go back over the stuff, when you come out, what you got to do?
Gotta kill.
You got to kill. I just told y'all, this is how my man eats. We got a solar company now. This is how my grandkids gonna eat. He doing his own personal thing. This is how we eat. This ain't no motivational presentation. This is how my mama eat right now. This is how my wife never have to go to work again. This is how we live on the West Coast and on the East Coast. And I ain't no baller. And I ain't making millions of dollars. But my gift is making room for me. Every time I get on 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm killing them. I'm killing them. Tony Robinson can't keep up. He's a phenomenal speaker, but he ain't from the shy. He can't keep up. My motor. I got a different motor. I got a different grind. And I ain't doing just one video today. How many videos I'm doing? Where you at, Nikki? How many videos we doing? Look, Tony, if you better than me, you can't keep up with me.